Oh no!
No!
Hello everyone and welcome to another Schmoedown reaction right here on Dedicated to Art. I am your host as usual, Kees Cornelis, joined by, the usual panel pretty much. Nico Rigoli and Chris Dolman to, some say it's a massacre, some say it's a funeral, some say it actually might be closer than you think. Josh Macuga versus Paul Oyama, a singles match that was actually set up only very recently, last week in the team match. So, Chris, what do you think about this match?
Well, you know what they say, when you come to a funeral, it's best to wear all black, and that's what I'm doing. Because, look, I faced Paul 3 times. Motherfucker is tough.
Yeah.
He is tough. So, yep. Nope. No, like, not to crap on Macuga, but yeah, no prayer. No prayer.
This is true. Nico, have you faced Paul actually in the fan leagues?
There was an opportunity to face him once, and he got the call-up right before, so his spot in that match had to be removed. So sadly, I did not get to face him. With that said, Paul Oyama once held 5 titles at once. That's how good he was. Now, granted, he's been a little more inactive since making it to the majors because he lives in a different state, and therefore he can't always be at the studio to be part of these matches. That said, he's still got a lot of skill. Putting skill aside, I just want to see Macuga get his ass kicked because coming from a martial arts background, there is a sort of a unspoken rule that you never let your belt touch the ground.
Oh.
Whether it be a martial arts belt or whether it be a competition trophy belt, you never let the belt touch the ground. And he fucking threw it like a children's toy, then flossed his mild berries with it. So,
God.
Coming from the perspective of honor for the sport and for the craft and for the art form, and also as a designer of belt designs myself and seeing them as like pieces of art, not just things you wear if you won something, I want to see Macuga get his ass whooped and get a lesson in respect for the belt.
Fair enough. I mean, we're very dedicated to art on this channel. But yeah, look, I have faced Paul 3 times. I actually am one of the few people who have beaten him twice. But that's to be fair in fandom. That's my category, and he has said himself he's not the best at that category. Still pretty good because he still became a team champion in that. Yeah, it's just he's a very tough competitor to go up against whoever you are. But then again, we have Macuga. Everyone counted out Macuga in so many matches that he managed to win, that he managed to pull the upset. First of all, Christian Harloff, which nobody thought would happen ever. Then you had JTE, you had, let's think. Okay, I can't think
Wolf
of...
the second time around.
Oh yeah, Clark Wolf in the singles tournament of 2016.
Now,
the only thing is, that was a long time ago. In this year and last year, Macuga hasn't really pulled those upsets that we kind of knew he can do. So I doubt that Macuga is still up on that level. He can still play a good game, but not as good as he used to play, that he really can pull the upset. Macuga his ass out of some answers, because that's what he's been doing in some of his matches. So yeah, I think Paul should win by any means. I just hope for some entertainment in this match because it's Macuga. What do you expect? Anyway, with all that said, we're just going to press play on this thing and see how it pans out in 3, 2, 1, play. And am I?
The commissioner.
Hi, Grace.
Crap.
Here comes someone.
Not particularly, just kind of going over some stuff here.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy. Yeah. What is this? This is the current roster of everybody that is active within the Schmoedown Teams division, of which I am the commissioner. So I'm just working on some matchups for upcoming matches.
Good. Actually, that's perfect because I wanted to talk to you about that. You know, everybody is super excited about Stacy and her new partner.
Yes.
As they should be.
Yeah, I would love
Are you going to tell us who it is?
No.
If you're going to tell me who it is. Oh, no. No. But we would like a match. I mean, we've had mystery teammates in the team division before. There's no reason why Stacy can't compete with an unknown partner, assuming said partner exists. Right. So
They do.
Okay. Well, then this is the roster right here. Go ahead and take a look, and let me know. Some people in kind of this range here who you would want to play.
Okay.
And she picks Janine and Ethan in 3, 2, 1.
I mean, D2A certainly has it coming. Oh God. I mean, Snyder would love to shut up Bibiani. I'll tell you that.
Let's go with these guys. Late to the party?
Oh!
Hey!
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, I mean...
Well, hello,
I'll
left
give
field.
them a call. They have to drive from Arizona, but, they think they've been wanting to get back in the game, so... Perfect. Yeah, I'll just call them up and see if they're game.
I think they actually would have a shot at winning.
Okay.
Late to the party or Stacy and the teammate?
Late to
I'm not
the
sure
party.
if I should say you're welcome or not.
They do. They beat your boys critically acclaimed. So, yeah, they have a shot.
And the biggest upset ever?
Yeah. Hey, that literally was a match of I don't care who wins, I'm happy either way.
What Paul did.
Yes.
Hey, Marquia.
Yeah.
What a matchup we had for you today. A great crowd, and I am thrilled making her debut on the desk. How about a big hand for
Miraculous.
Marquia? Everybody.
All the M's.
Welcome
All the
to
M's.
Answer Desk. Now, so excited
And
to have
we're
you
about to have
joining us
two
here
marks
today.
on the desk.
Macuga versus Oyama. What's going to happen?
Mark.
Oh, goodness. I'm really looking forward
Yep.
to this matchup, if only because Macuga, who seems to be a fan favorite, and actually is kind of a little favorite of mine. Also, I know that you're not really feeling him all that much, but...
We're damn near BFFs in real life. It's just when it comes to the Schmoedown, I always bet against the guy.
And
And
you
sometimes
are
he
often
proves me
wrong.
He does have, I would say at this point, mythological guessing skills. So he is able to pull answers out of his butt.
Yeah, it is kind of legendary. I love that today's match is kind of like a redemption match that meets gambling. It's like a double or nothing. He gets his slate cleaned or he gets extra time added on, so...
You say gambling, and I think of Macuga in Vegas, and nobody needs that site. But you are very accurate when you
But
say
we
the
want
history
it.
of Macuga is that, look, he
We want that
disrespected
site.
the belt. He flung it across.
Anyone
It
who's
was
good
not a
with
good
Photoshop,
scene. So
please
what
just
happens,
put
he gets
Macuga
suspended for a
behind
month
bars.
by the commissioner, Sam Levine, and then Levine
Give him
said,
like
"Hey,
a
look, you
give him
can-
like
you can
a
have this
prison
reversed
jumpsuit,
if
pantsuit.
You beat Oyama, and you talk about Paul Oyama, Marquia. There's going to be so many rookies that we're going to see in season 6.
I swear
Oyama
that
may be the
thumbnail
best
from
of
that
the whole
reaction,
bunch
I
because
think that's just
he
gonna be
came through the
my
fan leagues,
thumbnail for
and
the
when
rest of the
he
year
got
on
his
all of our
chance to make a
videos.
debut under the White Hot Spotlight, he took on the kid, Brendan Meyer.
Let's
a
hope
very
there
good trade
aren't
buff
any
in his own
bees
right.
coming
Yes,
through
he's
my
a
room.
free-for-all darling, definitely.
Crowd loves just the mention of the kid, but Oyama, he's coming on strong as a heel. Do you see him pulling off the, I guess you would consider it an upset according to the rankings against Macuga here today?
You know, I think that primetime Paul Oyama is enough of a shark that he knows that these waters are bloodied. He knows that Macuga, is very thirsty to get his win on, but also Oyama is younger, hungrier, and is behind him at the top of the stairs. So this could literally be anybody's match.
You say young and hungry with Oyama, and I agree with you. You say thirsty when it comes to Josh Macuga, and I would also
Always
add
food.
sweaty to those
Always
adjectives. Let's take a look at the pre-match
Food,
interviews
food,
right
food,
now.
food.
We're not talking about food, are we?
Ooh, I like this music choice. No! No!
Sam
No!
is very particular about the belt.
You
Sam
treat
Levine.
that belt with respect, damn it.
You are suspended effective immediately for 2 months.
I want to apologize for throwing the belt. It was a crime of passion. Yeah. It was more of a shove, a push, if you will. It was in the way of my arms.
Why is he dressed like he's going golfing?
Right. He already served a little bit of a suspension.
Because he loves golfing.
But here's a stipulation.
Okay.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
Paul Oyama.
Okay. I don't like that guy.
Primetime Paul Oyama. Now, Paul, he also comes from a family. He thinks that he's even better than Chance Ellison.
The Adventures of Tintin, Joe Wright, Jonah Hill.
And your winner! That's why they call him Primetime, because the kid, I would say confident, very borderline cocky.
What's your plan going forward?
I mean, whoever's on the warpath.
If you win, suspension over. Paul beats you, I gotta add an extra month.
An extra month?
Yeah. And I will take it. Okay.
Yes.
What?
All right, well, you see it, and look, Oyama, cool, collected.
Well, to be fair, I had some predictions about people who would be so dead in the latest episode of Game of Thrones, and that didn't happen.
And probably his dance moves in a little bit here back
So,
in the movie trivia
hey.
showdown.
Or depending on who you
absolutely.
ask,
That and along with his
Avengers
fashion
Endgame.
sense. I love that this
That
man
too.
loves pastels and can match it like anybody's business.
Hey, it's the spring season, and Josh Macuga.
I
is
want
one
to
of
make
our
an
favorite
Avengers
Ooh.
hunt, but I don't want
Title-
to.
title match this week, oh my God.
If you look at notable accomplishments of these two,
So
Oyama,
wait, who is
it
belt right
simply
now?
came up through the fan leagues and had
Oh,
a very
shit.
definitive and impressive victory in his debut. You look at Josh Macuga.
If he
notable
doesn't play on that in
accomplishments,
his
Marquez,
entrance,
just
I will
say
be disappointed.
being the wild man. The wild man is not a person. It has become a state of mind. He's like Batman. It's become a symbol
10
more
world
than a
record,
man.
dude.
Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, he was a 2014 finalist. I mean, he does put the wild in wild berries, and you need that wild man, you know, as being part of your docket. So I have a lot of feelings for Josh, but with Paul Oyama, I mean, he's determined to be the youngest MTS champion of all time, and I kind of need for that to happen.
We got some new blood versus one of the
Okay.
OGs of the Schmoedown. Marquia, are you ready to go?
Oh, I am ready to
Marquia,
go.
are you
Let's
looking
get this
to add
started.
Paul
Then
to
it
your
is time for the
roster?
movie trivia Schmoedown.
Who's on her roster right
The
now?
introductions today is none other than Marquia herself. Marquia, when you are ready.
Introducing first, with a record of 1 win, 0 defeats, he is Primetime Paul Oyama!
Well done, Marquia.
Well done, Marquia.
Well done.
Mix of booze, some applause.
She's got the pipes. I like it.
There he is. Oh, I'm hearing a lot of lusty booze now.
I know, but he's got a salty shirt and a salty attitude. He's ready for this.
He's got the more salt shirt. He
He's
comes
not
out.
here for your fan affection. He's here to win.
No, he seems to enjoy and dare I say, revel in the fact that he does get booze, and some people feed off that negative energy.
Yeah, he looks like a stone cold killer. I am ready for this.
Taking a sip for his water, and his opponent needs no introduction, but we'll give him one anyway.
And his opponent.
No, he needs a
representing the
breathalyzer.
Wildberries, with a record of 8 wins, 10 defeats. He is a 2014 Ultimate
What the hell?
finalist, Josh the Wildman Macuga.
Oh, what is this? Oh my God.
Oh, he's got his customary flag. He's got a wild look.
He's wearing the same thing he was wearing in that promo with Sam. So I think that match was shot on probably very short notice.
Our cameraman, RB3, having a tough time keeping up with the kinetic movements of
Welcome to the
Joshua.
show. Welcome to the show.
That is classic Macuga. Comes out with a rosé and ends up with a whiskey flask.
Wow, Josh Macuga.
Too bad Paul can't legally drink it yet.
Macuga exhorting his fan base on with chance of
So here's how
wild
round
berries.
one's gonna
And
work.
Marquez,
I
most
apparently seem
introductions
to be doing
seeing
really
these
well.
two gentlemen at the desk. It looks like less of
So
a trivia
I'll
show
keep it
and
up.
more like Macuga
Nico's gonna
is
pretend
about to
he's
issue
better than
Oyama
Case.
into the skulls.
Even though he's not.
Even though he's not. But
Just a quick
Case
heads up,
probably
guys.
still won't do that
this
great
Pool Blazer is
either.
brought to you by 209
No.
Mare. It's a Pool Blazer only company. If you guys are going to pools, lakes, oceans this
Love
summer,
you, Nico.
there's no blazer quite like 209 Mare. You're welcome.
Macuga seeming to read our minds because Marquis and I were both wondering, where does he get?
Where does he get that? I mean, just the texture around the neckline alone.
It's a lovely fabric. It keeps the neck cool while also keeping it
say
covered.
something. Are we here to play or are we here to do
Nobody
plugs?
wants to hear you.
I do want to listen to Oyama moving the action along. Macuga used to be sponsored by Loudmouth, and ever since he went to one of the actors from the Fast and Furious franchise's mansions, he seems to have outclassed even his good buddy Mark Ellis. I had to wear my own jacket coat to this taping. All right, gentlemen, the rules of round number 1. Josh, you're no stranger to these. Paul, give you a refresher, is that you hear 8 questions.
He's also no stranger to
He's
this.
also no stranger to this.
Come on.
Every league has the same round 1.
Questions worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing.
Which is good.
Round number 1. I will remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the
works.
JTE rule throughout the duration of the 3-round match, and you also each have 1 challenge, though Marquis and I pray that we do not need to take the match to those levels. And I'm also going to let you all know that each question you have about 15 seconds to write down your best attempt at an answer, and we would up here at the answer desk just love it if you could be legible when you write down your answer.
You know, just a little bit.
He just graduated 6th grade, so he just finished his cursive.
Hard to be legible when you don't even know the answers. Good luck.
It was good. That was a good retort. It was good. You tried.
It's a battle of age. It's a battle of wit, and we are about to get ready. Joshua Hercules, the Wild Man Macuga, you ready to go, bud?
Mark, you know what? I was born in a pool blazer and born ready.
All right, Paul Oyama, are you ready?
Set your clocks. Let's do this.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Set your clocks, absolutely, because I gotta head to a screening after
Okay,
this.
we're going to kick off in the world of action/adventure, and Marquia will be administering the question.
What was the last name of Holly's annoying coworker that gets himself killed in Die Hard?
We just need the last name.
Last name.
This movie plagued me in like my first matches in my career.
I didn't hear it. I'm
By the
sorry.
way, the last name that we're looking for might be in this match
I wasn't
today.
directed at you. It was directed at Mark.
Wait a minute.
I said action adventure. Pens down.
Ellis!
Ellis!
Ellis.
Oh, I thought you were saying Oyama.
Ellis.
Oh, it's Ellis!
That's right.
I mean, they start with a Die Hard question.
Thank you.
Mr. Oyama.
Exact minute and seconds of the movie. And I
By the
probably
way,
got it right.
that watch
Instead
is
of
rolling.
Mikage. Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Your next category comes from the world of new releases, Josh.
Oh.
These are new releases.
Cool.
Movies that I bought you a ticket to go see.
Yeah, that you never took me to.
Your question is, which 2018 comedy stars Ed Helms, John Hamm, and Jeremy Renner? Marquis, you're up.
Not a good movie, but
Oh, yeah.
Anybody got a
Yeah.
Reminiscing in
All
their
the
head?
time.
Little Riverdale?
I actually kind of like this movie.
it's
I
cute.
only saw a trailer for it.
One. Time's up for Marquia, and up there at the desk.
Tag.
Paul.
Tag.
It is, in fact, tagged. Does Josh have
I'd like
it?
to also say tag.
He got it. Brian Perez's
Tag,
favorite
yeah.
movie of all time.
I'm gonna just go set it.
This would be a movie that Beardo would just love.
That's a very
You
fair.
I don't know if you noticed this, but Paul's last name, Oyama, leads into a Michael McDonald song, Yomo Be There. Oh, Yomo Be There.
All right.
See it, guys?
Macuga has just
Little
lost
yacht rock
5
for you.
points, and you
I
now
know.
find
You
don't know
yourself
this
at
much about
-3.
And he slipped down to my
It's okay.
7th favorite right then. In the category of drama, this Marvel actor played the father Will Hayes opposite Abigail Breslin in the 2008 film Definitely Maybe.
It's one of my. I'm kind of a softie for rom-coms anyway.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite ones in the last 10 years. 5,
I have no
4,
Oh, they both
3,
seem very ready.
2, 1. Pens down, Josh.
I believe it was Chris.
Ryan Reynolds.
That is
Mark
incorrect.
Ruffalo?
Ryan Reynolds.
He does have it.
Oh.
And
Oh,
Oyama
wow.
Maintains his perfect
Oh, I
round.
thought you said
Josh
MCU.
Macuga,
Did you
the
say
first
Oh,
wound.
Marvel.
Just Marvel.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
See,
next question.
again,
in the
I
world
got
of
Endgame on
crime movies,
This is
crime
true.
films. In the film Widows, who plays Veronica, wife to renowned bank robber Harry Rawlings?
Oh.
Widows is an
And that
excellent
was-
movie. Did you see Widows?
I did, and I was a big
I
fan of it.
guess.
It's got to be
5.
better than The Widow
Nope.
on Amazon.
Nope.
That was a
3,
train wreck.
2, and 1.
Pens down.
Taraji P. Henson.
We have a lot to do today, and crying is not one of them. Viola Davis.
Yes, it is. Does
go.
Josh
Hey,
have
I
it?
got it.
He does.
Mixed up. Damn it.
You hear the crowd just
You're thinking of
really
Proud
wanting
Mary.
Josh to stay
I'd like
in
to
the
apologize
match.
to RB3. I didn't see the movie, but I did see the trailer. It was great.
Your next category
I
is
saw a poster
Fantasy
to that movie,
sci-fi.
and that's why I could get.
Who directed 2015's
Oh, God damn it.
Tomorrowland?
If you probably don't remember this, but like, if I put you at a blockbuster, which category do you go to first?
Oh, I go to action.
Shoot.
Oh, really?
Could have stuck to animation.
5.
You are who
If it's
you
a Thursday,
choose to
though, I
be.
go to comedies.
3,
If it's Thursdays.
1. Pens down.
Brad Bird.
Brad Bird.
Brad Bird?
I had Tim Burton. Damn it.
Absolutely.
Couldn't remember. Couldn't remember.
And it is 5-4, and Macuga hanging in nicely so far with 3 questions to go.
Whoa,
Your
whoa.
next category.
I mean, hanging in?
You're hanging in.
Taking shots when you can.
I would have said that about any competitor up there on the desk.
It's like you weren't in my wedding at all. You were just a patron there serving alcohol. Love you, buddy.
Your next question is in the category of comedies.
Cool.
You're supposed to.
Oh, right.
And your question is. Too late. What is the title? What is the title of the 3rd film in Ice Cube's Friday series?
What?
And I believe RB3 just had a nice bowl of hearty soup.
Yes.
Got it. Good.
I know. RB3
Does
loves
RB3
that
want some of this rosé?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Hell if I know.
Friday after next.
It was Friday
Absolutely.
after next.
Friday after next.
He had it as well. All right, so it is still 6-5 Oyama. Oyama throwing a perfect game right now, Marquis.
Yes,
so 2
absolutely.
questions away from
he
getting that
jinxed
bonus
it.
question that will be asked only to him.
I know. He's earning that shark moniker right now. So in the category of horror thriller,
No.
what famous Universal monster was portrayed by the actors Lon Chaney Jr. and Benicio del Toro?
Kind
Do
of
you
a
like
spell
horrors?
cast on the crap. Big
Well,
fan of horror.
Yeah,
That's,
right.
At least the Lon Chaney Jr. film is great.
The original or
The original. Of the new.
Oh, shoot.
3,
Wait.
2,
Wait.
1.
Damn it.
Josh, you're not a horror
Oh,
fan.
crap.
The answer.
Man.
Is it Wolfman?
It is the Wolfman.
I didn't have that.
The Wolfman.
Paul had it as well.
I was about to
Excellent.
from the Black Lagoon, and then I was going to change it, and I ran out of time.
You cringe at this description, but Macuga hanging.
I was thinking
in
of Guillermo del Toro and the Shape of Water. That's where my head was going.
Have a
Okay.
perfect round number 1, and that question is in the world of animated movies.
Oh.
Animated movies. Movies drawn by hand or on a computer, and your question is, in what Pixar film does Sigourney Weaver provide the voice of a character called Ship's Computer?
Love this movie.
Oh.
Category yet today.
Yeah, it's not when she voices herself in Finding
Yeah,
Dory.
no. Once I read the question, I'm like, wait a minute.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Go to
Wall-E.
Finding Dory.
Wow.
Correct. Macuga.
Wall-E?
Oh my God, Paul missed it.
Here comes the first Macuga dance.
There he goes.
He has run into the crowd.
Oh, goodness.
We do not have cameras on Macuga.
Well, I got 5. I'm pretty happy with that.
I got 6. I'm pretty happy with it.
I got 3, should have gotten 4. Damn it.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Paul Oyama
Absolutely.
after round number 1, and Marquia, our build-up of this match was that can Macuga match wits with the kid
I feel like
known
Tommy
as
Lee. I'm going
the
to throw my
Shark.
drumstick.
I know. This is amazing.
No,
It's just,
you
it
don't
was
throw
basically
anything.
wanting everybody to fill that
Here, throw it
neckline on
back. I
that
gotta get my
pool blazer.
All right, so now we collect our thoughts and ourselves. We apologize to anyone in the front row who did not wear a poncho to today's event. And we move on to round number 2. In round number 2, this is the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, and justice. Each competitor gets 1 spin at the wheel. If you don't like the category you spin, you are awarded a mulligan, which is golf for do-over. Once you settle on a category, you're going to hear 4 questions. Those questions are each worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, stealing is available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer to the question, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is correct. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. So it is a tied matchup between Paul and Josh, the Shark versus the Wild Man. But Josh, you come into today's match against all odds the favorite.
Yeah, who thought that?
Wheel?
I think it's just bruises on face instead of favorite. You know what? Beauty before age is what they say, right?
That is a expression.
That's
So-
the reverse.
No,
way to say
it's
that
age before
expression,
beauty.
yes.
You know, listen, Marquia, I like you, and I like your smart.
You've just
I
slipped
like
down
your
to my
smart
10th
aleck attitude.
favorite.
It's pretty smart. Go ahead, Paul. Do it.
All right, Paul Oyama going to the spin. A wheel slice
Yes.
is sponsored on there, and that that is Tom Cruise. So if Oyama says Tom Cruise, we will say the name of the patron. And he has spun spy movies. Paul, it's a fine spin. No less than your counterpart.
Feels like there was a lot of traction in that spin. He spun it hard, but it didn't get around very far.
Back. And like we said, there is a Patreon slice out there thanks to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown patron, and that is Tom Cruise. So he spins Tom Cruise, and Oyama.
I don't think the wheel likes spun that particular direction.
He said that was his strength. And
I think the shark is ready to be fed.
I don't know how good he is with classics.
Indeed ready to eat some classics, and if for no other reason, maybe it's nice to take classics because maybe not a strength of
He's
his
actually good at
counterparts,
classics.
so not a lot of stealing
right.
available. I will be asking Mr. Oyama his question. And Paul, your first of 4 in the world of classics is, in the film It Happened One Night, what is the profession of the character played by Clark Gable?
He's a reporter.
He is a reporter for 2 points.
All right. Well done.
And Oyama vaults into the lead.
It Happened One Night. I never saw that movie. Didn't see it. Yeah, it didn't. I don't see anything before 84.
34.
Next question for Paul. Who was the director of 1954's On the Waterfront?
Elia Kazan.
Yep.
That is correct for 2 more points. And
Let's get
Oyama may be wise to take that.
Elliot or Elia?
He said Elia. He said Elia.
I'd like to playback. Do we have a playback button on there? Do we have a playback? Anybody?
Your next question, Paul. Your penultimate one in this category. Who directed Singing in the Rain alongside Gene Kelly?
Rest in peace, Stanley Donen.
Yes, he did. And
This is an excellent category.
My apologies to Stanley Donen. I have no idea who that person is.
He's throwing a perfect round here, and he has a chance to seal it with 2 points if he can get this question, his last in round number 2. In which classic did James Cagney smash a grapefruit into Mae Clark's face?
I want to see this movie now, but I don't know what it is.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
In which classic did James Cagney smash a grapefruit into Mae Clark's face?
White Heat.
That is incorrect for a very unlikely steal, Josh Macuga.
At least Alice is honest about it.
So it's not Grapefruit King or
5,
Grapefruit Monster.
4.
I'm going to go
2.
Little Caesars.
Well, it was a great guess. It's incorrect. The Public Enemy.
I was going to say
The Public Enemy.
No, you weren't.
You were
Macuga
not.
still gets out. He didn't
Liar.
steal Marquia, but he did have Oyama miss a question, so he finds himself in a 6-point
I saw
hole.
my
and now
children
it's his turn.
sacrifice
Yes.
during that round, and I
And
think
he
we're
did
coming back
actually
here, Paul.
name a classic movie, so that's a win
That's
right there.
Macuga feeling all the right
Was
strides.
Is Little Caesar a movie?
It's a...
Yes, it is.
His love of delivery pizza has served him well. You can spin the wheel
That
at
is
any
one
time.
hot and ready movie. All right.
All right, Josh Macuga.
Lord.
So here comes Macuga.
Hit opponent's
But it looks like the
choice.
classics love him.
Dancing.
Nah.
Dancing to his own beat.
Coming around.
Move.
Spinner's
This is
choice.
Spinner's choice, Marquia.
Oh.
Very close.
Coming of
Ooh.
age
Coming of
movies.
age is trying
Josh,
to
do you
fall.
want to keep coming of age, or would you like to spin again?
Yeah,
Ooh, is he
don't
going to
take
stay
it,
with
Macuga.
that, or is
Don't
he
take
going to give it another go? Keeping in mind that this
He's
entire match is a gamble
Asking
for
the crowd
him.
for their participation. Josh,
Will he gamble or will
are
he
going to need an
stay?
answer here. He's going to keep.
Oh.
Bad call. Bad
Coming
call.
of age movies. He's decided to stick
Paul
with that.
picked it
Coming
as
of
a
age
strength.
movies,
It's the title
and
match.
Marquis will be administering the questions, Josh.
Sorry.
Bad
And
call.
Love, Simon. Who plays Simon's father, Jack?
Oh, no. Let's go multiple choice.
Is it A, Jason Bateman, B, Timothy Oliphant, C, Rainn Wilson, or D, Josh Duhamel?
I believe it's D, Josh Duhamel.
You're correct.
It is D, Josh Duhamel.
It's Josh Duhamel. I don't think I've ever said that name in real life.
Back in the day, I used to pronounce it Duhamel, and I stick by Duhamel.
You're pronouncing it incorrect across the board. It's Tad Hamilton. We all know that.
Could have won a date with him.
Okay.
In Saturday Night Fever,
Is that coming of age or just dance classic?
when Tony Manero isn't dancing, where does he work in a dead-end job?
Hardware store.
It was at this moment that Josh realized he fucked up.
Gonna go to 5.
Used to work on the
3.
docks. Let's go multiple choice.
Is it A, in a butcher shop? B,
It's
in a
Tommy.
hardware store?
Used to work on the docks. You
C,
yacht
in a
rock fuck.
garage? D, in a restaurant?
It's got to be a dead-end job, right? And I don't want to insult anybody working in any of these places. But in the 70s, I feel like
Gonna
if
need
you
an
worked
answer
at, like,
in
your dad's
5.
garage.
4.
That is
3.
incorrect.
Farts.
Okay, so for the steal, we're going to give you the options again, Paul. Is it A, in a butcher shop, B, in a hardware store, C, in a garage, or D, in a restaurant?
Is it a restaurant?
Oh.
So incorrect. We're
Yeah,
looking
it's
for
actually
Damn.
in a hardware store.
in a hardware store.
Yeah.
I'd love to work at Home Depot.
Just like Teen Wolf,
God.
and with that, Josh Macuga survives at least a steal from Paul Oyama. It's still a 5-point
Yeah.
game. 2 questions left for Josh in round number 2.
Who plays the adult version of Haley Joel Osment's character in Secondhand Lions?
What movie? Secondhand Lions? Can I skip? Is that a movie? Does anybody watch that?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Secondhand Lions or
I've seen
Lions?
it twice.
Gonna go to
It's not great.
4.
Multiple choice. Jesus, these are coming of age movies?
Is
In
it
what
A,
age?
Matthew McConaughey, B, Josh Lucas, C, Luke Wilson, or D, Viggo
I
Mortensen?
believe it's Luke Wilson.
Who looks the most like Haley Joel Osment? Let's go Josh Lucas.
That is correct.
Oh, shit.
What?
Guessing.
Ow.
He's done it yet again.
Ow.
That was actually a really good way to go about that.
And he finds himself now trailing Oyama by 4. So we're definitely going to round 3. There's no knockouts happening here today. And Josh Macuga, if he gets this one right, can pull within 2 of Paul Oyama. But the steal is still in play. Let's see what happens.
Rob Reiner directed what 2010 movie about 2 8th graders who start to have feelings for each other despite being total opposites?
What? 2010 movie with 8th graders?
Gonna go to 5. 4.
Well, it's not 8th grade.
Is it A, Palo Alto, B, Submarine, C,
Oh.
Flipped,
Runaways?
D, The Runaways?
No, because Runaways is based on the band. I
Feels
think
like
it's
another
Palo
guess
Alto.
coming on.
I know. Let's see how this goes, though. He is powered by rosé and whiskey.
I mean, I feel like some of those
4.
even sound made. I'll go with Summering.
Flipped.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Paul.
For the steal, it was
Yes.
correct.
Oh, okay.
The shark didn't even wait.
No, he picked up the slack there quite quickly.
He's just like, let me put this chum out of his misery.
For a point, Paul Oyama gets a steal, and now it is 14-9.
Yeah,
Oyama with a
five
solid lead going
points.
into round 3, but as we've seen in the past,
But if Macuga can luck out and get all 3 in round 3,
Don't pick coming of age
Paul
movies,
can
because none of the ones you
well,
think are
Nope.
going to be in there.
tie the
Yeah,
eagle
unfortunately, this
was.
gamble might not have worked in the
singles record.
way that Macuga
I don't
wanted
know.
it to.
Paul does
but
poll
he
things.
still has the rest of this match to look forward to.
And you got to think he spun. he saw coming of age movies. He was a little hesitant to take it. He accepted it. You got to.
Come on, Noah, stop beating around the bush. Just ask the questions so we can get this over with and start this 3-month punishment.
Get out here,
Not before you answer
Macuga
up
should
to
have spun
3
again.
questions, and those 3
Here.
questions will be determined from 20 different movie trivia categories. Here's how we get them. Y'all each give us a series of numbers, 3 numbers in total, and they can range from, as I said, 1 to 20. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points, and your last question, should we make it that far, is worth 5 points. If Oyama does not have to answer a question in round number 3, this will be credited as a technical knockout. But knowing Josh Macuga the way I do,
he'll get knocked out.
it's actually a possibility. All right, so Josh,
It's been great hanging with you guys again. See you in 4 months. All right.
Josh, we're going to get your numbers after we get Paul's. Paul, your 3 numbers are?
8, 17, and 12.
No hesitation there at all. He knew exactly what he wanted.
Hesitation and 12. And Josh, which 3 athletes would you like to borrow numbers from?
3, 9, and 1.
Very
3,
powerful
9,
numbers.
And
I threw you guys
1.
for a loop there, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right,
You
so
threw
Mark,
yourself
here we'll
for a
be
loop, I
asking,
think.
Josh's questions, and we
50.
go to your 2-point question, Josh. And
That's
Mark,
not an option.
You are ready.
And
70,
this is the
also
category
not
romance. For your 2-point question, Who directed
Oh, Christ.
If Beale Street Could Talk?
Barry Jenkins.
No.
That's him.
Oh, wait. Okay. Hold on.
Think about the light of the moon.
5.
Macuga.
4.
Best picture winner.
3.
Alexander McQueen.
What?
That's
No. No.
That is incorrect.
Looking for Barry Jenkins.
Barry Jenkins. Also
Jenkins.
directed Moonlight.
I don't pay attention to things that don't explode. Christ.
Oh, things explode in Moonlight. Just not what you were expecting.
All right, now, Josh.
Okay.
With my
Okay, well done.
off of Beale. It wasn't even in the movie.
Nico, do you get the reference?
I have an idea in my head.
Question, which would bring him within 2 of Oyama. So, Marquia, when you're ready, Josh has his 3-point.
Wait till I insult the audience one more time. Let's see it.
This is your 3-point question in the category of Drew Barrymore.
Oh, okay. Her movies aren't directed by Barry Jenkins.
Go
so I
Charlie's
should be
Angels.
fine.
What movie did Drew Barrymore play Daniela in this 1998 Cinderella adaptation?
Oh, no. What was
Nope.
that called?
Ever
Help
After.
me out. What was that one called?
You're not allowed to solicit help from anybody.
Arguably the best Cinderella adaptation.
Drew Barrymore.
5.
Was it called Ever After?
Yes.
What the fuck?
This is who got things.
We know Josh
Oh,
pretty well,
God.
Marquia, and I think that we can safely say that was an actual guess. He had no idea what the
That
question
was
was.
Apologies to Barry
legendary.
Jenkins and all of his films. They're fantastic. I just always forget who directs every movie ever.
Yeah, and then actually that is a very good movie in its own right.
It
It's
is
one
a
of those
very-
rainy day movies.
It's a good. I've never seen it myself. I hear good things. I don't know if Josh has ever seen it, but look, all of a sudden now he pulls within 2 of Oyama. Paul still does not have to answer a question because Josh has to force his hand with this 5-point question.
In the category of Die Hard.
Your 5-point question in the category of 70s movies.
Yeah. We're done.
Bye-bye.
Don't let the yacht hit you on the way out.
Are you trying to get in my head? You guys are Listen, Captain Kick-Ass over here knew like movies from the 30s, okay? I don't even know what year Saturday Night Fever came out. Come on! The 70s?
All right.
Ask me some
Okay.
question about some. Just give him the win. And your winner, Paul Oyama. Come on. Let's do
Released in 1978,
it. Yeah.
Fist is the story of union boss Johnny Kovac. Who plays Kovac?
Wait, what?
All right, you can't just say what. Would you like to use the JTE rule?
Yeah, okay, Mark, take it easy over there. Yeah. Play it again.
Released in 1978, Fist is the
Fist?
story F-I-S-T
Okay, never heard of it. Go ahead.
is the story of union boss Johnny Kovac. Who plays Kovac?
All right, so there's like 4 people that are famous in the 70s.
Sound it out. Try to process
Johnny
elimination.
Kovac.
I really hope he gets this.
You got like Gene Hackman, Jack Nicholson,
Gonna go to 5,
Ned Beatty,
4,
Danny
3.
DeVito. Repeat the question one more time.
Released in 1978.
Great.
Well, I have to give him props. He's actually trying to answer it.
F-I-S-T
Yeah.
This
is
is
the
true.
story of union boss Johnny Kovac.
Even though he has
Who
no
plays
idea and he's
Kovac?
probably gonna get it wrong anyway.
So clearly, he's exhausted his JTE rules.
Yeah,
He's heard the question. He knows the
but
question.
he said there's only so many
All right,
people
you know
that
what?
are
I'm just going to
famous.
go with, I'll say Gene Hackman.
And your winner.
Sly.
Bye.
He's gonna be so pissed when he hears the answer.
Sylvester Stallone
Sylvester Stallone.
is the answer we were looking for.
Sure.
Yes.
Sylvester
Yeah.
Stallone.
It was impressive guesswork though.
Josh guessed his way well into round 3, and at some point, Paul Oyama had already disappeared from the desk. But here's Sam Levine, the
Yes.
commissioner, congratulating Sam. If Macuga lost this match,
For 3 months.
you had previously stipulated that he would be banned for 2 months.
2 months.
2
I think I
months.
deserve that after not knowing Barry Jenkins. So
Yeah.
Do you want to amend
I
your
want to
ruling?
make it more, but I'm going to stick with what I said before. We'll see you in 2 months.
Okay,
kid.
no problem.
Go watch some Barry Jenkins
Yep.
movies.
Talk to
No,
you
it was 3 months.
was 3 months.
Thank everybody for coming.
was
Thank you guys
3
so
months.
much. I apologize
1
for
month
Paul
added on
Oyama.
top of
That
the
guy knows way
2.
too much about movies at that young of an age.
hell happened?
Enjoy your whiskey. Happy Saturday.
I wonder
He
if
gives a farewell to the crowd
Emma's
now.
going to bring that to Sam's
We won't be seeing the likes of
attention.
Macuga for a couple months, but you look at this match today, and Macuga did what Macuga is very good at doing. He guessed his way into a competitive match with Paul Oyama. Too much. Were you impressed by Paul Oyama, or do you think maybe he left a little bit on the table?
No, I think the Shark definitely cleaned up the chum that was in the waters for this particular match. He was very direct. He knew exactly what he wanted. There were no pauses. He knew that he didn't want that first spin off the wheel. He knew that second spin was going to be perfect for him. Not only was it something that he knew, but he reasoned that it was something that his opponent did not know.
Yeah,
definitely.
Paul Oyama, I think a well-played match. And again, he didn't have to answer any round 3 questions, so his point total 14-12. A little misleading there. Josh Macuga, all the props in the world to my good buddy, the Wild Man. And now we're going to have an interview with both the winner and the loser of today's match with our own Jen Sturger. Jen, take it away.
What's up, movie trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Paul Oyama. Classics, really?
Really?
I was actually really impressed with how you handled that. I was like, oh, he's really going to take that.
Could have been better, but, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you did just take down one of the veterans in the league. How are you feeling after that? You're 2-0 now.
Yeah, I mean, you're ready to keep cracking. It's going to be the next match.
Okay, so who are we thinking?
Hey, Chance, the mute Ellison, will you just please do your job? Get
Ooh, boy.
You want Chance.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, he still has to get through either Emma or Rosie, but...
That is a big if, you're right. But if he can do his job, I'd love to put the kid in his place. I mean, come on.
Why Chance?
Why Chance?
Why not?
He got the shot before me. He doesn't deserve to be here. Are you kidding me? He's out here wobbling, barely beating Janine, struggling along. Like, come on.
All right, we'll see what I can do for you.
If you can do that, it's much appreciated.
Oh, Cougs. What do you got there?
It's some whiskey. You want some?
Oh, no.
Guys,
Oh, my God.
it's a post-match celebration of sorts.
No.
Josh, what?
I know, but here, let me go with this for a second, okay? You know, when your favorite movie is Fist, and you
It
don't,
would be.
you know, and you know, 1978 was a great year for the Macugas. Huge Fist fans out there, just always about the Fist. Big, like we were always going to like.
Says the guy
Fist
who doesn't want
reunions,
Captain
all that
America
kind of
and
stuff.
Bucky
So,
fisting.
love Fist.
Heyo.
It's such a good movie starring. Who was in it?
Okay.
Stallone,
Okay.
right? Because he was in a movie that wasn't Rocky until what? 88? Are you kidding me? Fist, Fist, Fist. Jen,
Fist was
let me ask
after
you a question.
Rocky.
Honest
No.
Thank you. Have
Yeah.
you ever heard of the movie Fist until today?
No.
Never. Thank you very much. And have you heard
No,
of
but that was
Sylvester
his point.
Stallone until today?
Sly
Yes,
wasn't
okay.
in a
And have
movie
you heard
called
that Sylvester
that wasn't
Stallone was
called
in a
Rocky
movie called
until
Fist?
'88.
Thank God you ended that
That was the
sentence
point
the way you
made.
did.
Correct. No. No, you didn't. And you know who else did it? Everybody else that watches the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Okay? The movie Fist is silly. Nobody ever names a movie Fist unless it's a porn and you're weird. Okay? So Fist can fist itself. What else you got, Jen?
Back to you guys.
No, this interview isn't over yet, RB3. We're going to keep going. Jen, get back
Jen is
here.
done.
You get back here right now. I don't get to talk to you for 2 months. 2 whole months. Yeah, have a little bit of that. It's whiskey time, everybody. Let me tell you a little something about Paul Oyama. Oyama, never going to play that guy again. He doesn't have any fun. He wears sunglasses inside, which is a rule against humanity. You never wear sunglasses inside unless you have an eye condition and your eyes hurt from light. And I don't think his do, because after the match, he took the sunglasses off. What else you got, Jen?
But you're really supposed to wear shorts with blazers, though, right?
You can wear shorts with blazers anytime
No,
you want.
you
No, you cannot.
Then the only appropriate bottoms are shorts. Cody Hall knows it, RB3 knows it, and so does JTE.
You sure it's not going to be 6 months the way you're going?
I'm not yelling at anybody else but the movie Fist.
What are you going to do with your time off, I guess, is the
Oh,
next
there's
question.
so much. You know, my wife's wanted to go on vacation for a while. We were thinking about driving up the 118, see what happens up there, like Inland Valley. It can get windy, maybe a little desert, maybe a Best Western out in the desert. You never know. In 2 months, anything could happen. I could watch a lot of movies and learn who directors are. Because I got to be honest, I apologize to Barry Jenkins and everything he's done. A very important director in movies today. I just don't know who directs anything. Seriously, I've got nothing.
true.
Outside of Spielberg, and you could probably give me a Spielberg movie, and I'd be like, I don't know, Zemeckis, and I would probably get it wrong. I don't know directors, and that apparently is a weak point in me, and everybody else seems to know who directors are. I got nothing. But I tell you what I did get, Jen. Ever After, starring Drew Barrymore.
That was a good
Yeah, out of
role.
all the
Isn't that-
guys.
hold on. Another thing, Jen. You're great. You're fantastic. You're great at doing this. Did you know half of those coming-of-age movies? Like, when I think of coming-of-age movies, I think of, like, Never Been Kissed. I think of Goonies. I think of Edge of 17. Breakfast Club. Thank you very much. Outsiders. All of those kind of movies. Flipped. Rob Reiner got paid like $150K and a bag of weed to direct Flipped. I never even heard of it. Flipped. It sounds like Flipper's alter ego brother Flipped. And he's like, he doesn't have half a torso. You're like, no, that's actually Dog's Tale starring Morgan Freeman. So now it doesn't even make any sense. Sorry I yelled. I think I broke everybody. I'd like to thank you for all the hard work that you do. So for the next 2 months, everybody, check out all your Schmoedown related stuff and follow me on social media where I will be just having a good time making random comments about certain things that probably don't have anything to do with movies, maybe a little more TV. And to you, Barry Jenkins, I apologize from the bottom of my heart. Keep making great movies that don't have that song, Walking in Memphis.
You guys.
Back to you guys.
All right, Marquis, you see that? That's the typical enthusiasm and interview really between Josh and Jen that we're accustomed to.
I don't know.
For a couple
I don't know.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we're going to be definitely less pastel colored around here without having some Macuga in our lives. But he's not out completely. He's just out for 2 months. It's like a sabbatical. He can, brush up on his reasoning skills and bring back that legendary charm and guesswork when he's back.
Yeah, and he can catch If Bill Street Could Talk. It's a really good movie. Now, when you look at Oyama, I mean, sometimes when a competitor wins a match, they say, I'll take on anybody. And I think Oyama's up for whoever his next competitor is, but he clearly wants a shot at Chance. He said as much. The two... They both came up through the family, so they have a similar track getting here. And if that matchup does indeed take place, first of all, a local gas station will be sold out of sunglasses because those gentlemen like their shades. And I think it's going to be an all-time classic if we get it.
Yes, I'm looking forward to the destruction and the wake of Paul the Shark Oyama. In fact, I think he started off this entire match as Primetime. He is now the Shark.
We're calling him the Shark now because, look, Oyama takes the victory here today.
So the Titan became the Cobra, and now Primetime is a Shark.
You guys make sure that y'all check out TriviaSD.com
like
for all the latest going
so that means Caleb the King Coho will eventually become the orangutan.
Thank you to my partner in crime, Marquia McCarty. Thank you so much for making your debut with me on the answer desk. Where can all the kids out there find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Marquia McCarty, MarkeiaMcCarty. And if you love DC Universe, you can see me on DC Daily.
Somehow I find myself there in the next year or so. If they have to change me from Skywalker, I will only accept the Kung Fu Panda.
As I am well aware, I am
or just the panda.
Just the panda. Because you know what? In my group of friends from high school, I am the panda.
Podcast on Himalaya, and if you want to join the world of the movie Trivia Schmoedown,
by the way,
we have a Patreon. Just go to the movie
I'll
Trivia
explain
Schmoedown
you after we're done shooting why
Panda
Panda is funny for you.
Marquia McCarty and Christian Harloff. I am merely Mark Ellis. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you real soon.
Goodness.
There's more.
Oop, yes, there is.
Do you miss your daddy? No, you look good. You look so good on the show. Such a handsome.
Sam? Yeah. Well, what
Nothing. I was just making sure everything's in inventory check. What's up?
That was weird. Listen. Emma's been giving me the whole runaround with the teams.
Oh, no, that's not my bag. That's between you and her.
I know, that's not what I'm here about. Listen, I'm talking about the singles league. Yeah. So Janine, she beat Stacy. She's coming up in the ranks. And I hate corruption with a deep down rooted passion.
Oh, so do I. Bunch of jerks.
They're just horrible.
Yeah.
Repugnant. So listen, I want Janine versus Kalinowski. Can we do that?
Woo!
Okay.
Wait, give me Janine versus...
You got him?
You know what? You're pretty good at this.
But you're pretty good at it too.
You go back to Happy Fantasy.
Yeah, I'll see you around. Oh, I'm going to get you a fresh tub of polish. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Nice.
Yes. That's a match that's been almost a year or in the making. Janine versus Captain Whitebread.
And it's gonna be great. Like, and honestly, I can't predict that. I literally cannot predict that because they're both so different. That's why it's gonna be so great.
Different strengths. Yep. Wow. Nice. Looking forward to that. I don't have much thoughts really. Chris, what do you have to say about the match?
I came prepared for a good reason. But for real though, we're not calling him the Shark. He is prime time.
No. Yes.
He is prime time. Are you hearing me, Christian? He is prime time. Prime time. Thank you.
Shark?
8.
Oh, brother.
Right?
Nico, go.
Okay. Punishment served. Although it's a shorter punishment than I thought we were getting.
Yeah.
I think Sam just forgot that of what he said in that promo, because it's supposed to be 3 months, not 2. I don't know what happened there. I think something just got forgotten and they didn't bother to reshoot it. But nonetheless, this is a punishment much deserved. I don't care if Macuga is my fellow Pittsburgher. You don't disrespect the belt.
The belt.
And I'm still very heated over it, and it's been a week since it happened. So bye-bye. Have fun on your yacht. Learn some directors while you're on that yacht. And yeah, Paul Oyama, he's going up in the rankings. It'll be interesting to see who he faces next. Like, I would assume they want him to face Chance, but Chance is apparently facing either Rosie Knight or Emma, which I'm assuming means Emma Fyfe if she still has a singles match to play. So they're obviously setting things up for Chance versus Paul, unless, of course, Emma pulls off another upset, which she's been known to do.
She's been known to do that. Yeah, Chance is 1-1, I believe. So those records don't really line up with Paul and Chance now. So yeah, Chance would have to.
But if Chance gets that
then
win,
he gets a 2-1 record, then it's better.
And plus, he would be coming off 2 straight wins, as is Paul. And plus, I have a feeling Paul versus Chance at Collision.
Oh.
Oof.
Interesting.
We have to be careful about this because there's still potential that the Collision will be live streamed. And it's been said that if it is live streamed, it will only be 4 matches, not 6. So we have to consider how many spots are on the card, right?
Well, sure, but lest we forget. Lest we forget, back in 2017, the top 10 Patriots was also supposed to be part of Collision, but they just had it be Collision Week. So
yeah,
all I'm saying is that it's essentially going to be Collision Week is when that match could happen.
Okay, that makes more sense because it's also been established that if the Founding Fathers beat double toasted, then they will face Corruption at the Collision. Yeah. So Chance fighting twice on the card wouldn't make sense, but fighting twice that week, that makes more sense.
Yep. Well, I think that's all we can say. I honestly really don't have much thoughts. It was pretty much as I predicted. Paul TKO. So with that said, guys, we're gonna go to our outro, the plugs, everything. So please like the video, comment on anything you saw in the video, of course, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And then, Chris, where can people find you?
You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stars, and Letterboxd at Skywalker Doman. Oh, sorry, and Discord. I forgot that too. You guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A channel. Please like our Facebook page. And yeah, stay tuned for keep an eye out for this week on the Who Cares Anime podcast, where we break down Avengers Endgame spoiler heavy. Spoilers. But what say you can't make the live show on Friday night and you still want to catch the show? Hey, go check out the description box. We have links to the podcast feed for the Who Cares Anime podcast. Please go check that out.
This is very true. And by the way, if you haven't seen Endgame, then I don't know where you've been this past weekend because it made 1.2 billion worldwide. So you should have seen it by now. Anywho, check out our Game of Thrones reviews, by the way. Latest just went up, actually. So check that out if you're into Game of Thrones. And Nico, where can people follow you?
Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nico Suave Regoli. That's NicoSuaveRegoli. It's just Nico Suave on the Discord. Multiplex Entertainment is the name of the Facebook group and the YouTube channel.
Request.
I did. Multiplex Entertainment is the name of the Facebook group and the YouTube channel. The Twitter is @MultiplexYT. The Instagram is Multiplex Entertainment Network. The TeePublic is tpublic.com/users/multiplex. Buy our awesome shirts and check out my and Zaddy Smith's weekly discussion show called Crisis on Earthplex every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, except last week because I was sick. Also, Combat Wrestling Trivia is the name of the Facebook group. Combat Wrestling Network is the name of the YouTube channel. The poorly made Twitter handle is @CombatWrestlin, the number 2. If you like wrestling trivia, come find us and also watch Adonis Nazario and James Berman III's weekly discussion show called the Raw and SmackDown Breakdown. Find me here on Dedicated to Art and all the places Chris just said in case we'll say. And Rollin' Crits. Stay tuned for that on Twitch, coming soon.
I don't know what that means, but okay. Anyway, guys. Also, this Friday, Dan Murrell versus William Bibiani, the title match. Ooh, it's going to be something, and I'm looking forward to it. So join us for a reaction, of course, on Friday. And you can follow me @DutchMovieGuy on Twitter, Facebook and Letterboxd, Case Cornelis, sometimes competing over at Multiplex, otherwise maybe Full Metal Trivia, the fan leagues essentially, where Paul originates from. And I think that's really all I can say, so up until our next video, take care.
Yeah!